Am I the only person in America right now that feels like you probably can't trust the federal alphabet group? In case you didn't hear, the FAA has finally taken total responsibility for the drones that were flying all around New Jersey, Washington D.C. It was the FAA the entire time. This story is going to get a bit deeper, so do not turn this video off, even if you think you know everything about the drones. Here's what the White House press secretary had to say.
United States, that was just shared with me in the Oval Office from President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy. A statement from the President of the United States to start this briefing with some news.
Might not know is that President Trump's backup plane, the second plane, had to have fighter jets leave Andrews Air Force Base. Where have we heard that recently? Oh yeah, that's where they've been doing the autonomous Black Hawk training and all the AI deep dive research into manless aircrafts, right? And it's really close to where the plane crash was just last night, but I regress. Okay, so President Trump's second plane is in the sky and it gets bombarded with a drone. Now, this story doesn't end the way you think it does. Yes, the plane lands safely, and yes, the fighter pilots go back to where they come from, but they did not catch the drone. You guys, this is so creepy. So here on one hand, the FAA is now coming out saying, oh yeah, the drones were ours. They were not enemy drones. You know, we didn't tell Homeland Security. We didn't tell the FBI. We didn't tell anybody. We just, kept it to ourselves for no reason. It was just for practice and training. That's it. Nothing to see here. Then we see the president's plane get caught up with a drone to the extent that they're sending fighter jets up to protect the plane. Watch.
It delayed his landing, right? So I want you to listen to the audio here really quick of the air traffic control of what they were seeing and what they were saying is happening, and then we will get into more details. And they're saying that this was a potential drone as well too, when we were also just told that these drones were no big deal for some reason. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but listen to this really quick.
Blackjack 1, Brave 01, they're saying the TOI is a potential drone between 5,000 and 6,000. Blackjack 1 acknowledged with an IDF, please. And 47, turn right heading 350.
Right turn 350, stand 47.
Blackjack 1, TOI is now off your about 1 to 2 o'clock, 4 miles southbound. Looks like there might be in the vicinity of Freeway Airport.
And searching for Blackjack 1. You have an altitude on that, okay?
All right, so you heard that they're saying that these drones were operating at 5,000 to 6,000 feet as well too, which is extremely high. The legal limit for drones is normally around 500 feet in most circumstances, and most of the drones are actually programmed to only go to the certain height, and they also have geofencing programmed into them. But recently, drones from China have been taking off their geofencing, which stops the drones from entering restricted airspace that the FAA would normally block off, and stops the height restrictions.
It was just 10 miles north of Andrews Air Force Base. All these were friendly drones. At this point, let me tell you what I think. I think we need to be very careful where the alphabet agencies and the federal government are concerned. They are working independently. They are not working as a cohesive unit as they were written up in the Constitution to do. I say this all the time. I told you guys from day one. First off, these drones were ours. I told you guys that from day one. The government, the shadow government, is not our friend. I think that we as Americans need to take the blinders off, that there is a great threat coming from our skies with these drones. If the President of the United States plane was harassed by a drone that high in the sky, folks, then that means anybody getting in a plane may have issues. Now, is that going to stop me from flying? No. Am I trying to fearmonger you? No. But there is a video I want you guys to listen to. This gentleman states it clearly. He never saw a Black Hawk helicopter hit that plane last night.
Initially, I saw the plane and it looked fine, normal. It was right about to head over land, it was maybe 120 feet above the water. It looked like a fairly, a small end but normal sized passenger jet, and it looked normal. It was level. So I looked back at the road and then I looked back again just to see if I could maybe see it land. And this was 3 seconds later, and at that point it was banked all the way to the right. I would say maybe past the right, past 90 degrees. I could see the underside of it. It was lit up a very bright yellow, and there was a stream of sparks underneath it. It looked like a Roman candle, if you've ever held one of those on the 4th of July, but it was much, much bigger than that. It was high off the ground. I didn't see anything beyond that. I didn't see any helicopter. It's a very, very dark night out tonight, so anything that's not illuminated, you can't really see. So I didn't see the other aircraft, but I saw the plane banking at an angle that a plane shouldn't bank, and I saw sparks flying.
What it looked like to him was almost like a Roman candle. So I'm wondering, again, if what we're being told by mainstream media is incorrect. Either there was never a Black Hawk helicopter involved and it was a drone instead, or they're saying there were 3 military personnel on that Black Hawk in a training exercise. I'm calling foul. I don't even believe there were people in the Black Hawk. I showed you in the live earlier that it is very likely they were flying those helicopters, or that helicopter, if it actually was one, without anyone in it, because they have the technology to do it. And right now, millions of dollars are being spent on these training exercises. So they did tell us something true there. So tell me what you think. I'm just saying at this point, guys, I don't really believe anything I'm hearing from the mainstream media, but I am believing firsthand reports of what people are seeing. So God bless you. Love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.